Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday class. I think this is first time we would have met live together. So we're going to go over a Google slide presentation that talks to us about how to use Google Slides. So we'll just go ahead and get started. On this first slide, what we're going to do, we're going to type our first name into the text box. You see the text box is right here. This is where we'll type our name. So how do we do that? You see when I click on it, it kind of surrounds it in a blue square with the little blue blocks on each one. We need to double click that so we can get that cursor. And the cursor means that's where we'll be typing. So my first name is Chris. We have to start our first names with a capital letter, right? So how do we do that? We hit the Shift key. You notice on your computer keyboard, it's right here. See these keys right here surrounded by the yellow or the red ovals? That's where they're located on our computers. So again, we'll double click. We'll click really fast right there and we'll type our name. We'll hit the Shift key to get a capital letter for our first name, and then we'll type it out. Say you're typing it out and you make a mistake. You can always go back here and hit this undo button. Whenever you make a mistake, if you want to correct it, you just hit that undo button right there and it'll go back. So let's try that. See, I misspelled my name there. So I hit undo. It goes back to where I started off. So let's spell it wrong again. That's not how you spell my name. So let's hit this undo button. And there we go. So that's how you do that. Double click in the text box. Hit the Shift key to get a capital letter for the first letter in your first name, and then you type out your name. So let's go on to the next one. All right, this one, we're going to click a picture and drag it. We're going to click a picture and then drag it into these boxes here. So how do we do that? Well, first we select the picture we want to drag. We do that just by clicking it. But then we'll click it and then we'll hold our mouse button down and then we'll just drag it into the box. Now you see those red lines that pop up? That means that you're in the center of that box. And then you just let go of the mouse. Let's try that again. So let's do the picture of the cat. Click it and hold it, and then just drag it into the center of that box. And you see the red lines pop up. That means you're in the middle. Okay, any questions there, let me know. That's how you do that. It's that simple. So let's go on to the next slide. This slide I'm going to skip. This shows you how to draw a line. It's fairly simple. You got your line button right here. Then you can click the little down arrow and choose what kind of line you want. Say you wanted an arrow. Just click and hold, and then you'll drag. It's that simple. So let's move on to the next slide. Now this one, we're going to take these shapes here and we're going to make them different colors because everything looks better if it stands out and it pops. Instead of it just being a white shape, we can make it any color we want so it stands out from the page. So how do we do that? So we click the shape we want to change colors. Hit that fill color button and you see all these colors pop up. So let's go with blue. Let's see how that changed colors. Right, let's try that again. And to undo that, we click that undo arrow right there. And it takes us back to where we were. So let's try the circle. Click the circle and you see that blue square that pops up with the little blocks. That means that's the shape that we're going to use. And we go up here to this fill color button. It looks like a paint can being poured out. Click it and then all these colors pop up. And you can pick any color you want. Let's go with red. So you can do that for all of these colors. You just click these shapes. You just click the shape that you want to fill in. Hi, Salim. How are you? Are you there? Hey there. How are you this morning? Good. Are you sleepy? Yeah, me too. All right. We are going to. Well, I'm Mr. Covington, by the way. We haven't officially met. So I'll be one of your teachers this year. Okay? All right. Well, what we're doing today, I won't keep you very long. We're going to go through a Google slide presentation. It just kind of shows us how to use Google Slides. You're probably familiar with it, but I'm still learning it, so this will help me also, okay? All right, well, we'll go back here and we'll start over. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Just me? All right. How about now? No? Okay, good deal. So you can see my power or my Google Slides presentation there? Okay. So I'm just going to run through this real quick for you. On this first slide, we're going to just type our name in the text box. All right, we got our text box right here. So you probably know how to do this already, but I'll show you how anyway. So to type our name in there, we just double click it real fast, and you see that little line that pops up. That means that's where we're going to type our name. Okay? Hang on, we've got someone else coming. Marvin, you there? It looks like Marvin was trying to come in and then he left. All right, well, we'll keep going, okay? I'll tell you what, I've recorded this lesson for you, so you can go back and look at the first few slides if you want. Is that okay if I move on to these next ones? Okay. All right, and on this one, we are going to insert a picture into this box right here. Okay? So to do that, we want to go to this little button here. It looks like a square with maybe some mountains in the background. It says insert image. Just click on it, and we want to search the web. And you see this little area box pop up on the right here. And what picture would you like to search for? Anything? Okay. All right, I'll pick, let's pick an apple. All right, we'll choose this apple here is the one we want. So to get it in our box here, we just click it and we drag it. See how that works? Now that's pretty big, right? That won't fit in our box, will it? So we need to resize it. And to do that, you see how it's already highlighted. You see these little blocks right here? You just click it and then move it like that, and we can make it smaller. We can make it bigger. Or we can make it smaller, however big or small we want it. And then we'll just drag it into the box. Okay, see how that works? Yeah. All right, we'll go to the next one here. Now this slide, we are going to change the font and the size of this word right here, hello. So the font means that's just how we want our word to look. That's what we want it to look like. So to change the font, we would need to select it and highlight all the letters in the word. To change how we want it to look, the font, we come up here where it says font. You see that? And this drops down, and then we can pick any style we want, however we want it to look. So I'm going to pick this one here. You see how that changed? That looks a little different, doesn't it? All right. So if we want to make that bigger, we need to select it again and then come up here to the numbers. And then we can make it as big or as small as we want. Let's go with 72. Boom. You see how big that got? Okay, let's see if we can make it smaller. That's itty bitty. We can't see that, can we?
Yeah, we can't.
So let's make it where we can see it again. Okay. All right, you see how that works there? All right. So that's it for that presentation, Celine. What I'm going to do, I'm going to post this video in our Google Classroom. That way you can go back and watch it if you want. But also, I'm going to send this out to everybody, this presentation. And I want you to take a look at this slide here. It says Challenge 10, this blue one, this light blue one. And I want you to type your first name in this box here. And then I want you to change the font and the size of it like we just did. I want you to add a picture to this box here like I showed you. Then you can add a triangle or a heart or any kind of shape right here. And then I want you to make that shape your favorite color.
Okay.
And then when you do all those, let's say I've typed my name in here. So I've typed my first name. That's this first box. I want you to click this check mark and then drag it over here to let me know that you've completed it, and just to let yourself know that, oh, I've already done that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's just a checklist that you're checking off as you go through there. So again, I'm going to send this out to everybody, and you just work on this last slide. Now, if you're having trouble, you can either go back and watch this video of our class together, or in each slide, there's a little video included right here that you can watch while you're doing it. Okay?
Okay.
There's one in each slide. See that?
Yeah.
So if you just watch that video, if you're having any trouble, that'll help you out there. So that's all we've got. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.